little video from the road. We're cruising along on I-4 there, 200-degree cylinder head temperature. We're on the trip back from Orlando. We did a not shut off, run it there, run it back, see what kind of temperature we build up. Seems to be pretty consistent, right around 200. Drops down to 150 when you get off the interstate, cruise around town. We're running with the deck lid closed today. So deck lid opens good for 20 temperature points. And yeah, I thought I'd just make a little video and show you how temperature gets affected by how fast you drive. We'll get past the speed trap here and we'll run it up to 80 miles an hour, and I expect it probably to go up 10-15 degrees. But I was talking to Scooter about running hot and stuff, and we were talking about different fans and running the alternator at different speeds and stuff. And the Porsche fan is a sure cure for heat. You know, if you want to not worry about your motor running hot, you can always go to the Porsche style fan housing with a Porsche fan. I know Bernie Bergman sells those. You can get that set up on sale every once in a while, and apparently Scooter says that pumps more air than you'll ever need, and motors don't run hot with those. So I guess that could be an issue in the winter when it gets cold. The other thing I noticed, the fan housing on your car had the tubes just open there. You can't do that. You got to have those plugged off. That'll definitely make it run hot. Leaks all the air that's supposed to go over the top of the motor out the fan housing. So that's pretty critical. Make sure you get some freeze plugs and plug those off. You'll notice on some of my motors I have fan housings that don't have the provision for those hoses. You know, you're not going to run a heater. But anyway, sort of like the Greg's exhaust there, that was pretty cool. Had a nice tone to it. Just need to get them running a little cooler. But cylinder head temperature, definitely. I know I got some people to buy those dipstick temperature gauges. That's like an idiot light, you know, that's it's already hot kind of deal. Cylinder head temperature is a much easier gauge for tuning, for sure. You can actually watch it real time. We'll get over the bridge here and we'll pick up the speed a little bit. We're running around 75, 250, 200. We're right at 200 degrees cylinder head temperature. 75, 80 miles an hour, she'll run up about 250, which isn't that bad. I could live with that. But I know that if I got off the interstate at 250, the light would flicker a little bit with the temperature dipstick, because it takes a minute for the oil to recover. Usually that temperature shows up when you slow down, not when you're going down the road. So anyway, going over the famous bridge here. Bumper up to 80, gets sort of wide open after you go over this. Get you a shot of the lake here. Lake Monroe there. I was studying some of the history on Seminole County one time. Come to find out, Seminole County was the first, one of the first counties to have a water park. Used to be right on the other side of that river there, on the lake there, where the Sanford Zoo's at now. Also, that bridge that we just went over is built on Indian burial grounds, and there's more accidents on that bridge than any other spot on I-4 from Daytona to Tampa. Strange but true. About 33 miles out from home. About a 80-mile round trip. I'm gonna get jammed up here. Try to squeeze through here. to drive it there. You know, it will increase the temperature. You can see it's a tad over 200 now from that little blast. But, you know, back to 75, 80 miles an hour, it'll recover right back to 200. So. See that gauge very well. I apologize for that. But cylinder head temperature, you know, is really important. That's the life of the motor. Oil temperature is important also, but the heads are what cracks. So the heads are important to monitor, and it's a good measurement for tuning the motor also. Yeah, a little note to Greg. I saw that plug, and I still think it's a little lean, personally. I'd give it a little more fuel. Probably another, you know, if you got 150s in there, I go 155s. And yeah, another really good tool is an MSD. I don't have one on this car, but if you put an MSD on there, you can definitely put more fuel to the motor. Definitely more efficient. Other side of the lake there. People spec fishing there. Stuck behind this old van here. Let's go ahead and get around this guy. So anyway, cool old van. Oh yeah, the van days. I used to like vans, still do. Just can't afford to drive one. I used to have a four-wheel drive like that, Ford. Anyway, we're back to the 75 just due to the traffic flow. And we're hovering right on 200-degree cylinder head. So, that's the only thing I monitor anymore in this. I took the oil temperature out. I have a gauge to put in, an actual oil temperature gauge, not the stick. And I need to buy a sending unit for my oil pressure gauge. But I'm not a big gauge guy. I like to get the motor tuned and take the gauges out of the car and enjoy it, you know? Stop looking at lights and stuff and driving yourself crazy, you know? It is what it is. You got what you got, and you drive it until it can't do it anymore, and then we just go from there, you know? But driving the car, worrying about the temperature all the time is sort of a pain in the ass, you know? Time it is. I think I'll jump off here at this exit, shut you guys off, maybe grab a Five Guys burger. I like that kind. We don't have one of those where I live, so I'll get off in Deltona here. So it's the first exit coming into Volusia County. But anyway, I thought I'd just turn this on, share my oil temperature or my head temperature there with you. My thoughts on it. Remember, prop the deck lid open. You know, it's 20 degrees there for sure. I really don't care about the vacuum advanced distributor. I don't really like that idea. I know you already have one, so throw it in there and give it a try. It doesn't hurt to try it out. But you know, the argument on the 09 continues as far as I'm concerned. I don't have a bog in my car. And if you got a bog, it's definitely a tuning issue. I know Scooter runs them in all his cars. I run them in my cars, and the vacuum advance thing is something that those guys came up with on their own. It works off of port vacuum in the carburetor, because when you accelerate, you lose manifold vacuum, so it just gives it a short burst of advance. I really don't know what the advance is, but you got to remember, when you idle and have advance real high off of idle, it makes heat. I proved that with my race car. It's locked in at 24 degrees. And it can be a real problem with the race car. It gets hot really fast, you know. And I noticed when I take that distributor that's locked in at 24 degrees out and put an 09 in there that's just a centrifugal advance, it's runs much cooler, but it's not a good curve for the turbo setup. So let me shut this off. I'm in traffic now, and we'll talk to you guys in a little bit. Headed in third gear there. Talk about a bog, huh? But anyway, let me shut this off.